this hard drive, or I've been going through this hard drive and found all these old videos, and there's vlogs on there, and there's like sit down videos where I'm sitting and doing this. It's funny, I've been doing this for a long time.
You have been doing it for a long time. Well, since we lived on Raglan Court.
Yeah, well, those are just little movies.
Making videos, and yeah, you were dramatic then too.
Dramatic?
Yeah, I love you. You're a very dramatic, well, you're a very dramatic child. In a good way, though.
In a good way. That just means gay. She's calling me a fag.
That is not what I'm saying.
She said
that is not what I'm saying at all.
You are a faggy little child.
I did not say that. That is terrible.
Dramatic. There's a movie where a cop is like there's this gay kid on the run, and there's a cop trying to describe the gay kid, but instead of saying gay, he can't come up with a word, so he says excited.
Oh, but that is not what I'm saying. Because the other day, my friend and I were riding in the car at lunch, and she was telling me the story about how she was super dramatic when she was a child, and that she was just really dramatic and over the top, and that she used to make up all these lies, about, like stupid lies that didn't make any sense, and they're big, like not even just little lies, like big lies. I don't know if that's just a kid thing. I guess, I don't know, I guess we probably all do it, I don't know. Because you used to do that as well. I remember when you told, I don't know, everybody, there was a picture of Jared and his prom date, and, or like coronation, I don't remember, a dance anyway, and they were dressed all in formal wear. This girl's not even related to us at all. He was the one related to us, and you went and told everybody that her name was Annie, and she was your sister, and she got shot and killed.
She got shot at the park, and she died. I didn't really think it through, though, because you were like mid-20s or something, so to have a teenage daughter didn't really make sense. I should have thought that one through.
Yeah, you didn't. But why? Like,
I hella find out. Me and Alistair were talking about like how much people like change in like a whole lifetime. Like in a lifetime, you're like 50 different people, you know.
Hopefully, when we're in our 40s, we're not the same people we were in our 30s or 20s, or you know what I mean. Well, because we're supposed to change. But I hope we can all pinpoint where our change happens. And I can pinpoint the shift in my life and the change in my life happened when I lived in Oklahoma and I worked at Red Rock. I think that was the major shifting point of who I was going to become as I got older.
Well, it also it also, I mean, I could see that. You seemed more like you were more centered to like a purpose in life at that point. Because, I mean, your kids were getting older. They were almost all out of the house at that point. And then you found this like career that you're kind of like stuck with now. Like, you know, some like social service work, basically. And that was where you started all that, right?
When Granny passed away, I was bitter, angry, all of that stuff because, you know, of how she died.
Yeah.
But when I started going to school, I was good to go to school for one thing, and then when I started taking a couple of psychology classes, I was like, man, I really like this. But fast forward 5 years, and I got my degree. And then when I went to work for Red Rock, and my boss, when I first met her, and I applied for a job working with kids, but I told her my history and told her all about my mom and everything, and she was like, I think you would be better at this right here, which was working in the drug court program, working with substance use and mental health. And so that was what did it. Really, I probably credit her so much because she was a major factor in my life. She taught me every single thing I know, and I think that it was always a passion I had. I just didn't really know I had it. But I mean, it just, I don't know, shaped who I am. And I really think that that's when I was able to kind of put the pieces of my life together. I was able to, I don't know, really know who I am, why I am.
How is it that they push us all the way over?
I know, it's
so
their
small.
bed. It's their bed, we're just sleeping in it.
I know. We could get a bigger one.
A bigger one? How big? What's bigger than a queen?
Get a king.
A king?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with all this furniture?
See? You don't want the dogs to sleep in the damn bed, but you don't want to get a king. You get mad or you push back every time I want to get a king bed. So why don't we get a king bed?
I just love this bed. I feel so bad.
I mean, we'd be getting we could get another Helix. We could probably give this one to my brother. Are you good with that though?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually pretty good with that.
Are you? Because you've been fighting me every other time that I've tried to get you to do this.
I know, but every time we go to stay with whenever we go stay somewhere place and there's a king bed, it just feels like such a treat. So, I don't know.
I do want a king because I want the dogs to sleep with me. And you're mean about it. You don't let them sleep.
I'm not even mean about it. I'm not even mean about
so
it.
mean.
I just like my stuff to stay clean.
It's fair. It's fair.
As long as you'll agree that every time you put them on the bed, you wipe them down. You wipe their paws, you wipe their faces, you wipe their rear ends.
Okay.
You wipe them down before you put them up.
Okay. Big thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring today's video. Da-da, baby. It's my baby girl. We have had our Helix mattress for about a year. They're all over the place. For about a year now. And I think we still love it as much as we did when we first got it. It's held up in terms of like its firmness, its bounce.
Bounceicity?
Yeah, I don't know. Bounceicity is
Elasticity? It bounces back.
Yeah, I think it's held up pretty well, and so I think we do want a bigger one. So I think we're gonna get a king size, but I want the same exact mattress. It's the Helix Midnight Lux mattress is what we got. So I want the same one. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your unique needs and are conveniently shipped right to your door. Everybody's different, and Helix knows that, so they make a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. I am somebody who already has a really hard time sleeping anyway, so I stay up a lot of hours to work, and when I lay my head down, I want to be able to fall asleep pretty quickly, and my Helix mattress lets me do that. It's just incredibly comfortable, and Alistair and I kind of have different unique like sleep needs or preferences, and so when we took the sleep quiz together, it allows you to take it as a couple, and Alistair is like a side sleeper, I'm an all over sleeper, stomach, back, everything. And I like the bed a little bit softer, and Alistair likes it more firm, and so matched us with the Midnight Lux mattress. The best part about all this is that Helix delivers the mattress right to your door for free. It comes rolled up in a box, and it's super easy to set up by yourself. I mean, we did it really, really quick. And if it makes you nervous to buy something online that you haven't tried, as always, Helix has a 100-night sleep trial, so you get more than 3 months to figure out if you actually love it. And if you don't, they'll pick it up for you, and you'll get a full refund. We really love our Helix mattress, and we think y'all would too. If you are in the market for a new mattress, make sure to go to helixsleep.com/zachandb, and you can get up to $200 off of your mattress and 2 free pillows. Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want Whataburger?
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I mean, I think that's the only thing that's open right now.
It is.
The only thing that's open.
Well, the broccoli in the freezer is crying right now.
We could have broccoli, or we could have Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
I love your enthusiasm, baby. It's just so infectious. Well, I want Whataburger. If you want it, you better get up and come with me.
Let's go. So, do you think that in high school we would have been friends?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I feel like you were the popular kid in high school. You were the popular kid in high school. You were prom king and like class president and stuff. I wasn't involved in too much, but I was like the kid who was like friends with a little bit of everybody. Like I didn't really belong to any like social clique or anything. So maybe. You wouldn't have liked me in high school, though. I know you wouldn't.
I don't know. I liked everybody in high school. I was, I think, very friendly with most people, and I think I would have liked you. I think I would have liked you. You could have been the bad boy.
The bad boy. I was not mean. I wouldn't say I was mean in high school, but I was not very considerate of other people and their feelings. One thing, I don't know about, maybe I'll talk about this on here. I was kind of planning on doing a video about it. I guess I can do it on here. I did a video when I first started my channel called My First Gay Experience in High School. And you've seen that one, right?
Yeah.
With the guy Mike, that he was like the first time I ever hooked up with a guy in high school. And when I made that video, I had like a certain opinion about it where, Mike was the one in the wrong and I was like, I was fine, and Mike had like scratched up the watch I got, my graduation watch, and it was like, I don't know, is
petty?
I thought he was like in the wrong, but it wasn't too long after that I kind of started thinking about it a different way, and I was thinking, well, it goes back to that not really considering feelings thing.
You let him on?
I don't think I let him on. You know what? I did yeah, I did. I strung him along. I could sense that he wanted something more, obviously, because he was saying that, he was acting like he wanted something more. And even though I was like clear that I was only looking to like hook up, I wasn't looking to like have a relationship with a guy right then in high school. We were about to graduate. I wasn't like, I didn't want anything. I just wanted to hook up,
Yeah.
And we were clear about that. We were clear about that. But I did know that he wanted more, and I did lead him on it. I did string him along, and that wasn't fair to him. See, I was going to do this whole video about like why you shouldn't string people along, and you have to consider people's feelings, and if the other person is like more into it, then you got to kind of like take a step back, and because it's not good for them, it's not fair to them, and I don't think it was fair to Mike that I did string him along like that. And I've actually talked to him about this. So I hadn't talked to him for a while at that point, but then he and I talked not too long after that video, and he'd seen it, and we talked, and he apologized for because he did. I think we were both in the wrong there, because he did like wait outside my house and text me that he was going to tell my parents that I was gay, but so he apologized for that, and then I also apologized for leading him on and, you know, playing with his feelings. And I told him that, you know, I never meant to hurt him, and I'm sorry if that did hurt him. And like, we left. I haven't talked to him in years now, but you know, we had that. We kind of both like sort of made amends over that and stuff like that. And so that situation, that was years ago, and I've been wanting to make a video on this for years, but that situation kind of like sparked a little bit of something in me where I've like looked back at like a lot of my videos and like my kind of attitude towards certain things, and like, you know, taking accountability, right? After the whole thing with like my dad, like I was super into like, he didn't take accountability, he didn't do this, didn't do that. But I think that, you know, falls back on me too, is like I have to take accountability for people I've hurt and, you know, wrongs I've committed also. I think we should all take accountability when we've hurt somebody. And, you know, I was a 17-year-old shithead. You know, I was a fucking shithead when I was 17. But I still hurt somebody, and so I still owed him an apology. And I'm glad that I was able to give him that apology.
For me, I don't know, because like we talk about making amends. Like I'm somebody who can cut somebody off super easy.
Yeah.
Like my friend Tony.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I was really bad to him, and I just like completely cut him off. And then later on, like, I realized, oh, damn, I was super in the wrong. And I contacted him and I apologized for it.
Yeah.
And he thanked me for it.
It's good when you recognize that something, or the way that you kind of are, that something about yourself is not the kindest thing. And, you know, you should always take accountability, and you should always make amends if you can.
Well, it's like super embarrassing to like look back at it and then realize like, oh gosh, and then look through your messages and be like, oh my gosh,
I was a shithead, I was mean, I was a bad person. Like,
well, I mean, everybody has those moments. Everybody has those selfish like moments. So I think I don't know. Maybe we would have been friends in high school.
I don't think I was a very good person, and I think that you probably. I'm glad we didn't know each other in high school. I think we met at the perfect time where
we did meet at the perfect time.
You know, I was talking to my mom earlier, and we were talking about like how you kind of change through life, and you know, certain experiences kind of make you change. And I think that we met at the perfect time where I had gone through some things, had kind of realized some things about myself, and I still had much more room to grow. But I was at the point where at least I was ready to let somebody come in and give them respect, and you know, because it would have been like, had you come into my life in high school, you know, we probably wouldn't even be together, because I would have been such a shithead and probably a little bit mean, and you know, it's just things work out the way that they're supposed to, I think.
Alrighty, G.
Appreciate you.
Okay?
Yeah, you have a good night. What would you say that is a moment in your life that has kind of changed who you are as a person?
I don't know. There's a lot of moments that changed who I was as a person. But I think that moving to the U.S. changed me a lot. Honestly, I think that moving to the U.S. changed me a lot. I used to really not like the U.S. at all. I'll be completely honest. And I was not looking forward to the move.
Yeah.
And I think the move was good. You know, I think the move was good, and it changed my opinions about a lot of different things. Like, I don't think I was as open-minded until I moved to the U.S. and was able to, like, see different cultures besides Mexican culture, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and even that, it was like, set off a chain of events, you know. You went to San Marcos Baptist Academy, and then you went to West Point, and I don't know, where would you have been if you hadn't gone to the U.S.? Same things? What do you think? What do you think your future would like Brian and Ian?
Like Brian and Ian. I probably would have gone to college in Europe.
You would have gone to Europe for college and
Yeah.
gotten to travel around. So.
And I would have been a lot cooler.
You're the coolest damn person I know.
Just like there. But like, I don't know. It would have, I would have been different, but also the same.
When I was like 9, 10 years old and we lived on Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland, we would go to the base pool every day during the summer. And every day that we went, I used to look up at all the grown men and I'd pick out which ones from day to day were going to be me. I'd look at one and I'd be like, that's going to be me. I'm going to look like that. That's going to be me in the future. And I'm going to have all this money. I'm going to have a wife and kids. I'm going to have, I don't know, I'm going to have this. I paint this whole vision of what my life is going to be like in the future. And I look at myself back then and I'm like, I wonder what that 9, 10-year-old self would think of me now. And how different my life has changed from that vision that I had. And then I think about, like, in 10, 15, 20 years, how I picture my life going, and how different that reality is going to be from the picture I'm painting in my head now, you know? And it's really interesting, and you think, which moments along the way, from here to there, are going to change that vision? For better or for worse, you know? I don't know. Guess we'll have to see. Bye, guys.